Are you ready?
Yep.
Welcome to the Whiskey Vault.
I'm Rex.
I'm Daniel.
And
so
is that Tincup?
Yeah, but this is
I just noticed it from the jigger.
This is a rye.
Yeah. That's good.
A rye.
Okay, hold on. I'm saying it's nice whenever a bottle out of a sea of bottles has done something unique enough to be recognized. I didn't see the label.
Right.
But you got the tin, I guess it's tin, jigger on top of the thing.
And you know what? Somewhere, some bean counter is going, we would make 50 cents more per bottle if we didn't do that. And honestly, every time they buy our bottle, they get one, so they probably have 10. So we could probably stop now.
You're not wrong.
I'm not wrong.
You're not wrong.
And somebody else is going, no, screw you.
Right.
Somebody across the room just recognized our bottle with no other information, and that's branding.
It's been a while since we had Tincup. I don't think we've had the rye.
We've never had. Here's why. They just launched it. This is a bottle from a rep from Tincup.
Oh, so there's a...
Yeah. I will tell you, I got an email from her last week, and she was like, hey, just checking in on that bottle, because they sent it like 4 months ago.
They don't get bumped ahead of the line because...
No, they don't get bumped ahead of the line, but I think it's funny.
Right.
And I emailed her back, I was like, yeah, so you don't get bumped to the front. And she responded, that's totally okay. If you need to bump us again, do it. Thanks so much for the review.
So what's the
Her name is Jennie Edwards.
And because she has a financial interest in the bottle, that she gets an awkward moment of silence. Okay.
Are we good? Yeah. It always feels like a moment of silence to me. Let's all take a moment of silence. And then everybody's voices are a little quieter when we come back.
This room needs so much constant noise in the air that if we're not saying anything, the crickets show up.
Yeah. Chirp, 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 chirp. Okay, so if you remember the Tincup American whiskey, which is in a bourbon direction, but it's American whiskey.
Yeah.
This is a whole different ball game. This is doing classic rye in theory, and I'm actually going to check it out. There's not a lot we can say about Tincup that we haven't already said, but it's this is 3-year-old rye.
Refresh my
Colorado whiskey distillery.
Okay.
Right. You've got what's his name? Graber. Just Graber. Really cool guy.
Okay.
Very recognizable, right? Like I went to an event in Austin with Tincup,
right?
And when Jess walked in, it was like, "Hey, that's Jess Graber."
So
rock and roll, like older guy, looks like a cowboy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would almost call him the Dan Garrison of Colorado. Now, a lot of this write-up is, inspired by the original pioneers and rugged spirit of America. It's like,
Yeah, everybody, the reason why we're kind of like, everybody says about the tradition. And
spirit of the West, spirit of the innovator, American rugged individualism.
But I think right now on the nose at least, the whiskey is speaking for itself. There's a nice fruity element to this rye.
Yeah.
That I'm really digging.
I'm about to break your heart a little bit.
Okay. I like the fruity element, man. Are you going to ruin the fruity element?
I'm going to break your heart a little bit because while this is absolutely nowhere in their marketing material or any of the information she sent me, the back of the bottle says, product of the USA, aged for 3 years, distilled in Indiana.
This is MGP?
This is probably MGP.
You think it's MGP?
Yeah.
Well, I guess for the scale that Tincup would need.
Yes.
I don't know who else in Indiana could be doing it.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I'm really liking the nose, because MGP is well known for the quality of their rye.
They're so dominant in the rye industry in America that people think that MGP rye is what rye is supposed to taste like. And they compare craft rye to MGP rye.
Yeah.
And actually, Jared and I have had long conversations about this. It's like, no, that's...
Jared Hibstead, the Balcones distiller.
Yeah, Balcones distiller. Like, look, that's not rye. That's just MGP taking over the market and single-handedly defining to an entire generation what rye is supposed to taste like.
So on the here's the thing. On the plus side, though, I think by having in mass a common reference point, by which other people can judge other kinds of ryes. We always talk about AB being super, super helpful.
It is helpful to have a reference.
And with whiskey, oftentimes it's so hard to get your hands on specific bottles that to having conversations about whiskeys and notes that you're getting, if you don't have a common overlap of whiskey experiences, it's kind of tricky to go there. But if everybody and their dog has had an MGP rye.
This is a classic ginger snap.
I'm getting a fruitiness on the nose, though. On the nose. Really
I was just on the palate. So on the palate, I'm getting like a jammy ginger snap.
All right, so fruitiness.
But classic bacon spice, right?
Nose, it's a fruitiness that turns into like a honey oakiness. With the spiciness.
I agree.
That rice spicy layer.
It makes me want to compare it to either Bullet or Redemption.
Oh, yeah. And that spiciness shows up on the taste more. It's nice. You know what? I'm a little concerned about my rye reference points, Daniel.
Why?
And I feel comfortable admitting this in public.
Oh, you do you?
I do.
There it is.
Because we're among friends and family. In the early rye experiences, I was constantly finding this black licorice
me too.
anise note.
Me too.
And I haven't had that in a rye for months.
Me either.
And I'm wondering,
did we acclimate to it?
did we kill that part of our palate?
Yeah, like peat. Yeah, it's like you get used to the peat and it's no...
Yeah. Like, I'm wondering, am I throwing down ryes with that black licorice anise note? Because in the early days, constantly finding that in ryes across the board, because we were sampling ryes from everywhere. Now, I'm getting a much more of a general spicy, fruitiness often, the oaky layer that you would expect in there, some honey too.
Wow, the nose is different, but the taste is so close. So close.
Oh, and now...
As to be...
Now I'm getting like a really herbal spiced tea.
I don't even know that this is the same mash bill.
Okay.
But...
So MGP does different mash bills.
Yeah, and of rye.
Yeah.
We bought a 51% rye, 49% malted barley barrel,
right.
and it was really interesting.
Yeah. So this is the Redemption.
Yeah.
I'm actually getting more of like the rye spice on the nose of the Redemption.
But try the palate.
Oh, yeah.
They're so close.
You know what, though?
Tincup's better?
Oh, hold on. As much as I was thinking about me not being able to pick out like a black licorice, I think in this AB, I'm getting it in the Redemption.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
Which was one of the earliest ryes that we reviewed.
Right. So maybe we just had a run of licoricey, anisey ryes, and now not so much. I think I'm digging just for relaxed drinkability. I like the Tin Cup right now.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Just as a good Indiana example of rye, it's right down home plate.
It is.
On all the things you expect from a really drinkable,
and then
lovely.
Did you eventually find some type of like a spiced herbal tea note in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. Were there more?
Still not my thing.
John Jameson. Rex needs one of those grabbers used to pick things up without leaning.
You know what I mean?
I do.
We should get you one.
Well, I've had one.
I tried to get one for my boys to bring it for this episode, and it's broken. Oh. So I didn't have a chance. I was going to have it for this shot.
I had, like, it was one of the only toys I got from Disney World when I was a kid. You go to Disney World, and what do you want to buy? How much money do you have? I can get a grabber. Cool.
Yeah.
I had that thing for years.
Mickey Mouse grabber.
Tell your boys are too rough on the grabbers.
Yeah, they were. Just Jackson. It's definitely going to be Jackson. He's rough on toys.
Sorry for it. Christopher Parker, you mentioned that you are typically replacing the same bottles. What are the bottles you tend to be replacing? Yeah, what bottles get cycled out?
So there are three categories of bottles that move quickly.
Yeah.
There's the ones that I use on the class tour, or Zach uses on the class tour, that have nothing to do with the whiskey classes. They have to do with the normal business classes at Wizard Academy. And then at the end of the first night of class, we all hang out and either Zach or I give a tour of whiskey.
Yeah.
I'll do it with Scotch, and I'll use Bunnahabhain, Springbank, Cardew, Deanston, and Auchentoshan. So those fly. And then Zach has a couple of variations on his. And then the same thing with like Emma giving tours in here, Andrew Harrison giving tours in here.
Right.
They have sort of the ones that they tend to grab when someone says, I want a bourbon tour.
Yeah.
People tend to have preferred things. those fly off. We have to cycle those.
Yeah.
The other one is the whiskeys we use to train during the whiskey tasting classes, sommelier courses.
That's often a set amount of whiskeys, yeah?
36 bottles per class.
Yeah.
And it's the same list every time, and those we move through a lot.
That's another I saw some comments, people asking about the quintessential stuff and our plans for it. That's another quintessential collection, right? Because you're choosing those bottles to be representative, offering specific notes that you want to find.
Yeah. And all the ones I put up there are in those A/B comparisons in one of the classes.
Yeah, the whiskey sommelier classes.
Yeah.
All right, right on. Here's to fighting, stealing, and drinking.
If you fight me, I fight for a friend.
You steal me, you steal your liver's heart.
And if you drink, may you drink with us.